What's up, everybody? We're here from Highlevel Experience Podcast, and I'm cruising the floor here at Level Up Summit, speaking to a bunch of legends, vendors, SaaSpreneurs, agency owners, and even high-level team, and asking them questions about this amazing event. What are people doing in their business? What's working? What's not working? And hoping that this provides some value to you guys listening. I'm here with Ross Williams from Modern Profits.
Modern Profits, yes.
Ross, what made you come to Level Up Summit?
So I love Level Up Summit. I've been coming since the beginning, and I use the high-level software. But the reason why I love coming to these events is really just connect with new people. So to talk to other entrepreneurs from all over the world and learn what they're doing and share ideas back and forth, create friendships, connections, partnerships, different people who can work together in different ways.
Yeah, it is kind of like that. I've been to Level Up 2 years ago, and you just meet people and make a lot of good friends. 2 years since, and now I got here again, and saying hello to all these amazing people. It feels like an extension of your family, in it, isn't it?
Yeah, and it's definitely it becomes a community and a friend circle. So it's like a reunion every year where you get to see all your digital friends in person and shake their hands, give them hugs, and have dinner, have drinks, have deep conversations. Catch up on life, business, and really everything all around.
Yeah. Now, Ross, how are you using Highlevel in your business?
So I use I use the software for my agency and for my events that I host. So I use, the whole system for websites, funnels, blog sites. I build out personal brands on there. So it's great for that. I use it for like I said, the blogs, podcasts, personal brand site, and then that links to all my funnels. We use it for social media posting, automations, follow-up sequences, nurturing. And then on the flip side of that, I do sell it as a SaaS. I love the AI receptionist. And I've been pushing that into local businesses, selling the AI receptionist to answer their phones 24 hours a day.
Brilliant. Now, Modern Profits, let's talk about that, because that's kind of very unique model. You've had a bit of a journey to get to where it is now, but can you just break down what it is and how did you get to it?
Yeah, so Modern Profits, it is a marketing agency. We do focus a lot with coaches, consultants, and building out their personal brands. We call it authority branding and building their digital footprint online. And I host an annual Modern Profits Mastermind Cruise, and the whole idea is about connection and community. So bringing in hyper-successful entrepreneurs into an environment where they get to spend 4 nights together on almost like an experiential retreat, but luxury experiential retreat. So we spend 4 hours a day in the conference room learning from each other, from different expert speakers, and then we go on really cool excursions like catamaran sailboats, and we get private cabanas on the island. We do dinner parties every night. And what's cool when you do that, the conversations, the connections, the relationships that happen, they go way beyond the handshake, way beyond exchanging business cards. And you leave there with, 100% of the people in that room are close friends, partnerships, people you can lean on, people you can bounce ideas off of, new businesses flourish. It's really a great way for people to connect and grow on a deeper level. And, a lot of times we're lonely as entrepreneurs working, behind our laptops. So it's nice to have people that are like-minded that you can connect with and build relationships with.
Yeah, and I like how you keep it small group. Is it like up to 50 people? Or?
Yeah, it's right around, like last year we had around 40 people. And I tell you what, when you leave that room with 40 friends. Like it's pretty intimate, and that's what I really love about it. I find that with smaller events, you'll actually meet more people than you do at large events. So a lot of times if you go to a 2,000 person event, you might shake a lot of hands, but you might walk out of there just a few true connections. But when you go to a small event, you can connect with everyone in the room.
It is like that. It's like this feeling where I got to speak to everybody because there's so much people and such an opportunity to meet. But it just ends up being a short on the surface conversations, and you never really get into the good stuff. So that is actually my tip. Like I've learned that in the past, like even this event. Really just focusing on less is more.
Less is more, but deeper. So you go deep instead of wide, and then you really get to connect anybody. And I wrote a whole article about going beyond the handshake. And,
did you?
And that's what it's all about.
That sounds interesting. Where can people find that?
Well, it's not released yet, but I'm launching a Modern Profits magazine.
Brilliant.
It's going to be pre-released on the cruise, and then 2026 I'll release it to the public. And we got a great bunch of articles from really high-end influencers and entrepreneurs, and it's a great way to allow everyone to have that ability to connect with those minds. Brilliant. And share it with them.
I like it. Now, you didn't just wake up one day and decided, I'm going to do cruise ships for entrepreneurs. How did you get to that point?
So it's funny, I actually, back in the, God, I don't know how long ago, maybe 15, 20 years ago, I decided, my birthday fell on a Sunday, and I decided to throw myself a birthday party brunch pub crawl. And I went to all the different restaurants and I negotiated that all my people would get a free mimosa or Bloody Mary.
Really?
And that we spent an hour and a half at each bar, and we kind of rotated through 4 bars. And I had about 30 people show up. I had my friend at the time do the check-in and made it all official, and everyone had lanyards and coupons for each bar with little time slots on them, and it made it all official. And the next week, I went back to one of the bars that happened to be a pretty new bar, and he's like, Ross, I've been in this business for 20 years, and that was the most organized event I've ever seen. He said everyone was cute, and they all spent money. How do we do this again? And it basically, that spun off my side hustle of hosting parties and events at different bars and restaurants. And we did theme parties and then holiday parties like St. Patrick's Day and New Year's Eve. And I ended up launching, everyone wanted to do a cruise, so I launched a party cruise. And we were taking 600 people a year on a party cruise with costume parties every night. And it really built a tight community. A lot of relationships forced, engagements, marriage. I even had a couple had me marry them on my party cruise, and their bridal party wore my branded bathing suits as their bridal wear, and they loved it. We had great photos, and that's just how tight the community was. So when I got into the marketing world and I started coming to conferences like this, I was like, man, if I could take the power of learning, knowledge, and networking and mix it with this excursion adventure experience, I think I can have something really special. So I already knew how to run the cruises. We just combined it on a more intimate level with the entrepreneurship side of it.
It makes a ton of sense. Now, this cruise ship sounds very, very appealing, even to me. For people who listen and they're like, I want to get on that, do you have an empty spot still? You've got any spots left?
Yeah, they can jump on board.
And when is it?
It's November 10th through the 14th.
Okay.
So it's 4 nights. And they can find out about it on modernprofitscruise.com.
modernprofitscruise.com. Go check it out. Even if might not be going this year, I'm definitely going to check it out, put it on my bucket list, because an event like that, I'm all for. I mean, that's why I do the podcast, right? It's all about building relationships through really good conversations.
They can even, if they can't make it this year, because I know that's a month away, we'd love to have you if you can make it. But if you can't, you can actually put down a deposit and lock in your spot for next year before it sells out.
There you go. It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
And where do you go? How does the trip work? You leave from like where do you?
We leave. You would fly into Orlando, and then Port Canaveral is about a 40-minute ride from the airport. You can take a shuttle. So the cruise ship departs out of Port Canaveral. We go to the Bahamas, Nassau, where we get the private catamaran sailboat and go out for the day. Nice. And then we do a day in Coco Cay, which is a private island that Royal Caribbean put $600 million in renovating. It's absolutely beautiful. And we get spots in the adult-only area. I get 3 private cabanas with a private swimming pool.
Nice.
And it's an infinity pool that overlooks the ocean, the beautiful crystal waters of the ocean. So we do that for a day. And all the excursions, the mastermind and food are all included.
All included. You just pay a ticket and take it off your mind. It's all sorted, and just look forward to it. And it's 4 days. And then, I guess, so you're doing some excursions, half-day excursions. Then in the afternoons, you guys sit down and do some strategies and learning
We
stuff.
do half day in the conference room, half-day excursion, and then dinner parties and dancing and karaoke after that.
Brilliant. Yeah. I love it. I love it. Ross, we're at Level Up Summit as well. What's been the highlight for you so far? We're day 3. What's been the most interesting, an opportunity or an experience you had to?
So Jesse Itzler is one of my favorite speakers. I've seen him, a few times. I even went to one of his, he hosted this running event that I didn't know was a running event. I thought it was a business event, and got there and found out I was going to be camping and running for 4 days. But I love him. He gives amazing speeches. He's got a great story. He's into the endurance athletics, fitness, health, family, business. And what was really cool for me was I bumped into him before and had, what do you call it? Not stage fright, but I ran out. I could barely even say hello to him. I got nervous.
Oh, okay.
Because he's one of the guys that I follow and learn from. And so I was so mad that I had the opportunity once when I ran into him and I didn't have any words. And today or yesterday, I ran into him in the lobby while I was waiting on his Uber. And I ran up to him and I got the chance to tell him the story of the first time I heard him speak and how I was able to dissect his speech and then recreate that as lessons that I could teach my team.
Oh, brilliant.
And he actually, when he heard that story, you could see his little sparkle. He was awesome. And I know after telling that story, now he'll remember me and know who I am, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. If you could define this event experience, your own experience of this event, into one word, what would be the word?
Community.
Community. I love it. Awesome. That's it, guys. For more stories like that, check out highlevelexperiencepodcast.com. We're on YouTube, we're on Spotify, we're on Apple Podcast, we're on all those platforms. And we also do proper, full, long-form interviews. That's how we normally do it. So check them out, and would love to know what you guys think as well. Give me some comments. Sometimes it feels like I'm talking to a wall with podcasts. It's kind of like that. But yeah, so please do let me know. And if you want to check out the opportunity to get on the cruise, the small, close-knit community, make some friends, learn some business, make potential opportunities for your business partnerships, whatever, check out modernprofitscruise.com. Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yep, thank you.
You may not realize this, but for the last 2 years, I've had a secret weapon that has made running my business inside of Highlevel so much easier. You see, there is so much that Highlevel can do, which is amazing, but it's a lot of work to stay up to date with it. And even more so if my customers are asking me questions about it. And this is why I'm excited to announce that our show is officially part of the HLPT Creator Network. This is Highlevel Pro Tools, an organization that I've been using to run support for my customers, as well as give me a ton of awesome epic add-ons that make running, launching, and differentiating my SaaS inside of Highlevel so much easier. And now that they're an official sponsor of the show, they've done something pretty bloody awesome. If you go to hlpt.com/experience, you can get one of their incredible tools absolutely for free. No purchase necessary, just for being a listener on the show. So head over to hlpt.com/experience, grab that free tool, and I promise you this is going to improve the conversion rates on your page. Check out all the other stuff that they offer and tell them that Pete sent you.